What is the deal with using old tires for children's playgrounds? For the past 20 years, researchers haven't been able to figure out why all the coho salmon in the Northwest were dying. They've just pinpointed it to a chemical that comes out of tires. 6-PPD leaches from rubber mulch and astroturf and literally comes off of car tires in the form of dust and gets into the groundwater, then leaches into nearby rivers and streams, and it kills the salmon. Now, old tires have been repurposed in all sorts of ways and used in children's playgrounds, right? It's used for like the rubber mulch, like that they have on the floor. It's used for infill in astroturf. There have been so many lawsuits, like this one from a church in New Jersey that installed a non-toxic rubber mulch playground, and that they were alerted by the EPA that their rubber mulch was leaching toxic chemicals into a local stream, and they were then required to pay thousands of dollars to clean up this toxic mess. I'm sure this is totally safe for kids to play on, right? No, it's not. In fact, there was a study that came out recently that found that children that played on rubber playgrounds, right, made out of crumb rubber, made out of tires, they were 10 times more likely to get cancer. Not 10%, 10 times more likely to get cancer. And those cancers are specifically blood cancers like non-Hodgkin's lymphoma and leukemia. Rates of childhood leukemia have increased 35% since 1975, an extremely high amount. And doctors and medical groups have been pleading for more testing, as they say that childhood leukemia is rarely genetic. Less than 5% of childhood leukemia is connected to genetic causes, and in most cases, it is extremely preventable. For decades, childhood leukemia has been linked to traffic pollution, but only recently have analysts discovered that the tires themselves actually release 100 times more the amount of volatile organic compounds as tailpipe emissions, right? So the tire dust is actually more toxic than the gas emissions from cars. And the EU just banned it completely. Here in the United States, the EPA and the CPSC started researching astroturf and crumb rubber back in like 2015. And even though they've been dragging their feet on this research, their initial findings were so alarming that they issued updates and warnings saying to wash hands immediately after playing on crumb rubber playgrounds and astroturf, and like change your clothes after you play on these surfaces, right? Avoid mouth contact with playground surfacing materials, don't chew on it, avoid eating food or drinking beverages while at that playground, right? Again, I think we're going to look back on this and like laugh about it as being so horrible, and like how could we have done that to like generations of children and just watch childhood leukemia rates increase and just not done anything about it.